Hello everyone, my name is Michelle. Welcome back to Yggdrasil, my nymphs. Today I'm going to be talking about Tess Holliday and fat activism and how Tess Holliday in general is a toxic person on top of the sometimes misinformation, disinformation that she does spread. A lot of it being things such as health at every size, which is true to a large extent. However, Tess is trying to perpetuate the idea that it's just toxic fat phobia, that people think that you do have more health complications connected to being overweight. Not even overweight, but morbidly obese. And I would love to know how you guys feel about this situation. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the bell on if you're feeling risky, become a member. It starts at 99 cents. You get early access to my videos, you get to pick my videos, and many more other perks. Thank you so much to my members. As always, you are beautiful humans, and I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and enjoy the video. Some things perpetuated by the fat activism community is, quote, "It's not the fat that kills us, it's the fat hatred," which I do agree to a large extent, right? Like, I don't think that we should go around hating people who are addicted to drugs, who are addicted to food. Like, I don't care what you do, that's absolutely none of my business. But when it comes to spreading a lot of misinformation, disinformation on such a large platform, it becomes something that we should probably talk about. Fat activism toys with the idea, really, Michelle, that it is healthy to be at any weight, which, or obviously, like, I find that to be incorrect in the same way that it's unhealthy to be at a weight that is too low. And yes, it goes without saying, like, me, myself, like, and probably a lot of people watching this video, like, if you eat the same amount or like the same quality of food as a morbidly obese person, but just less, or because of your metabolism or what have you, you can still get like type 2 diabetes and stuff. A lot of you watching this are like, obviously, but like, this is something that a lot of people don't know. However, that still doesn't stop the addition of health problems that do come with a higher BMI. Some people go as far as to call gastric bypass voluntary amputation, which, like, I understand the diet culture and all of that, but it's also like, it saves lives. Something that extreme fat activism promotes is getting the word obesity out of medical journalists and naming it hate speech. I don't know, you guys. I personally think it's great to have someone who is Tess Holliday's size to be on the cover of magazines, because there's way too many just extremely skinny people that is kind of unrealistic to society nowadays, in my opinion, and that you are beautiful if you are, no matter what weight you are. However, that doesn't, like, obviously confidence is very important, but that doesn't take away from the health effects that you could potentially get. Tess Holliday is 5'5" and 300 pounds. And there was a lot of controversy about her being on the cover of these large magazines. The issue I guess I would bring up is how they express in some of these articles that Tess is healthy at that size, which is just pure misinformation, and the proof that Tess tries to bring is actually false studies. Like, it'll use manipulative language or bias. People who are addicted to drugs or to chain smoking have the same effect at times. Like, people who have smoked their entire life won't get lung cancer, but people who haven't smoked at all will. What is that about? There are studies in which people experience less health problems than people at a healthier BMI range. But Tess being allowed to bring her platform onto magazines, that you don't have a problem with weight. You were literally just born that way. Your body is naturally that way. People go as far as to say that Tess is not giving disinformation, but rather she is, for lack of better words, unable to comprehend things that she's making up in her head. She spent years on end saying she didn't have an ED, that she had a healthy relationship with food, and that she was happy and healthy. Her TikToks show that she has issues with choosing the right foods to eat and personal problems, and she does struggle with health problems but isn't interested in sharing that publicly because it would ruin her brand of being healthy at any size. She doesn't address inconsistencies, and she does a lot of damage with her phony persona. She didn't want to get into the idea that she had perhaps binge eating disorder for a long time, but instead got so excited that she went on an entire press tour when she was suggested from someone online that she could have symptoms of Anna. People in the ED community think that she was just saying that she had Anna as a publicity stunt. For starters, there's the fact that Tess's actions and information she's provided about her habits and weight trends suggest that there is no way she would be diagnosed in a psychiatric evaluation for even atypical Anna, which is when you fit all of the criteria for Anna, but you are not technically underweight. She has some form of disordered eating, yes, but based on what she said in the past, it's hard to believe that any psychiatrist would diagnose her, unless, of course, literally everything she's been saying, fans to create her image, has been a lie, or at least not true to the way she actually lives her life. Tess has a really bad habit of victimizing herself when evidence just isn't there. Like, she does get a lot of undeserved flack, but in this case, she was upset with people for commenting on her weight loss despite the fact that she's in recovery before she even made it public that she had an ED, so how were they supposed to know? She's always had this weird aversion to making it seem like she's all trying to be healthy by losing weight or dieting, so it's almost like she's making losing weight a bad thing by saying that she has an ED in order to cover her own ass. She was quoted as saying that she fed her body regularly for the first time in her entire life when going on her tour, that announcing she had Anna. Like, isn't that kind of a slap in the face to people with binge eating disorder? Like, why is it so publicized that you have potentially Anna, but you would never want to talk about your other ED? People think that she's a disingenuous person when it comes to many things, such as saying that she has an ED and has dangerous grabs for attention. She preached that women can be beautiful at any size, which is absolutely true, and she was hailed as being brave for going against controversial beauty standards by being plus-sized. But like, she still embraced every other beauty standard women are being pressured into in order to feel beautiful, admired, and wanted. The makeup, the hair, the nails, the sexy clothing, etc. More power to her for embracing this. It just strikes some people as odd that there was only one beauty standard that she ever spoke up against. She also had liposuction in her face and neck and doesn't talk about that, which unfortunately, I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way when celebrities don't really, talk about it. I know it is their personal, story, however, she preaches against hating plastic surgery when, she's doing that herself and lives in a society that encourages nose jobs and lip filler.
What about your own health test? Do you ever, because we had a report very recently in this country saying it's a myth that you can be very overweight, obese, and be healthy. So do you worry about your weight? You've got young children. Do you worry about your health?
Look, I would not go through having kids and what it does to your body to not be around for them. You know what I mean?
Participating in a diet that says you must lose weight to be more worthy is not body positive. Being forced to lose weight for medical reasons is not body positive. I am asking you to think critically about how your participation in diet culture may be harmful to others.
After I discovered Tess, it led me to discover a lot of other fat positive, fat acceptance influencers. So one of like the big points that I remember was always subscribing to the idea that I was fat, but like I was healthy. My blood work was fine. Like everything was fine. So I'm fine. I was really excited to finally feel accepted and to finally feel like my body was good and it was beautiful. My body was good and it was just unhealthy. And I didn't want to see that. And entering into the fat acceptance movement really made me blind to that.
Making choices to become healthier were my choices, and I made those choices very aware of what would come as a result of them.
I'd had this health scare. My doctor came and saw me and he revealed that I had type 2 diabetes, which I had never received that diagnosis before. And he was basically like, look, you have to lose some amount of weight in order to deal with this, or you're going to have to be just permanently on medication for diabetes, probably for the rest of your life.
I held myself back from losing weight because I thought I was making like this political statement, right? And I was being such a rebel, and that I was part of this fat acceptance movement and no body shaming and loving and accepting myself. But
I wanted to belong to some sort of community, and
what I found was that I was being pushed out of these spaces where body positivity activism was happening. People that I really admired, other writers, body positive writers, fat positive writers, I was being asked to leave these spaces because I first of all felt that there were some scenarios where it was acceptable to want to lose weight.
And what has happened is any plus size person who's ever lost weight in this space has been viciously attacked by this community.
I thought that they were all about accepting yourself, loving yourself, loving your body, no body shaming, all of these very good things.
So body positivity and the fat acceptance movement was supposed to be all inclusive, they're supposed to be like these loving people, but I'm being kicked out of it.
the more I was in it, the more I saw how judgmental they were. If you did decide to start losing weight and wanted to become healthy, they just like cast you out and they didn't want to have like anything else to do with you. And to be honest, I never really felt like I truly was accepted in that community.
I always felt like I was faking, like I was being someone I didn't like in order to get a group of people who didn't want to see me succeed to like me.
But make sure to let me know how you guys feel about this situation. It's very controversial, so let me know if there's anything I said that was out of touch. But thank you so much for watching this video. As always, make sure to consider becoming a member. It starts at 99 cents. You get early access to my videos, you get to pick my videos, and many more other perks. Thank you so much for watching this video as always, and goodbye.